Hi, ladies. It's Monique with Boundaries for Women, and I'm here to remind you that you're worthy of love and respect. And today I just wanted to talk about, as you can see, how to find your boundaries and how to even know what they are. Maybe you've been like you know what boundaries are, but you're not quite sure what they are for you. How do you even identify where a boundary needs to be set? And there's a beautiful quote that I will have shared by the time you watch this. And it's a St. Augustine quote, and it says, "Hope has two beautiful daughters. Their names are anger and courage. Anger at the way things are, and courage to make sure that they don't remain as they are." And that quote was a quote that I hung on to, and that just I had it up where I could see it when I was going through abuse and I was going through my path towards getting out, and I was going through my path of learning boundaries and figuring out how to deal with a situation that was completely unacceptable. And so the reason I bring up that quote is because anger can be a very big signal to you that a boundary is being violated. And that anger can sometimes be tied to a value that you have that's being violated. So, knowing what your values are is just paramount to figuring out your life. Because if you don't know what your values are and you never actually identified them, then it can be really challenging to in a moment know, oh, that's just some, are you just having a random thought? Maybe it's not true. Maybe you shouldn't be angry, all that kind of stuff. But if you have a clear knowledge of what your values are, you're able to then know when those things are being breached or being encroached on. So if you're feeling angry, that is very likely a hint from your whole system telling you that someone is doing something that is not acceptable for you. Could be acceptable for somebody else, but for you, it may not be. So really tune into that and ask yourself in those moments what it is exactly that's making you angry, and get clear on it. And rather than, reacting or having an outburst or something like that, start learning new ways to communicate when you're upset, because a lot of times boundary issues in general can be from not expressing when something's bothering us, right? We don't want to upset the other person, or we don't want to ruffle feathers, or we don't want to step on any toes, or we don't want to be, we're just like walking on eggshells. And to get off those eggshells, you have to really get honest about what's upsetting you. So once you can identify that, it makes it easier to then address it. But the first thing is to just know what it is. And a lot of times, the way to know, what it is that could be causing that is to know what your values are and to know what is most important to you in life. So for me, one of the things that I realized was peace is one of my top values. So if I'm in situations, or if I'm dealing with a human being or some situation that is causing me to get out of peace, then I need to deal with it. I either need to remove myself from that situation, either temporarily or permanently, or I need to address the whatever's going on so that I can get back to peace. But I mean, ultimately, we need to get to a place where we're just not allowing outside things to take us out of peace. But if you're dealing with a toxic situation, highly likely it's not giving a lot of peace to your life. So that may be something for you. But I would find that I would get so angry, like, and a lot of times we can repress anger, which can come out in really other unhealthy ways or dysfunctional ways. So really being able to be honest and say to yourself and recognize to yourself that you're feeling angry, just to first even identify it. And that will signal to you, this is not okay. And really listen to that. And then we'll talk about in future videos how to address those things. And, I'm doing a series right now on red flags of toxic relationships. So there's a lot of things that could trigger anger in all those things that'll be getting listed. But this is just a little starter on how to even find your boundaries. So hope that helps. And please feel free to comment or ask questions or anything else that you might need further, thoughts on. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'm so glad you're here, and I wish you peace and love and lots of good things coming to you. Okay, bye.